Okay guys, in today's vlog we're doing a head-to-head Massimo Dutti versus H&M. We're looking at pre-fall, autumn, winter pieces. Think of it as a fashion face-off. We'll break it down into a few different categories: tops, dresses, bottoms and outerwear. I hope I haven't forgotten anything, but we'll be trying pieces on. I'll be highlighting certain items that I want to try on in the fitting room for you guys, talking about how we can style it with pieces we already own and how we can elevate our looks. We'll also be heading over to Massimo Dutti to do the exact same thing. So first of all, we're outside H&M, so let's go in the store and see what they have available. This is a gorgeous colour. It's like a beige, like a dark beige, and also I love the tortoiseshell buttons. This is something nice that you can throw on top and layer and create really cool outfits with. Nice cute jacket. That's a good find. Of course I had to grab this. Look at the colour. It reminds me of like a really cool toffee crumb biscoff biscuit. I don't know. There's something about this shoe that I love looking at for pre-fall. We can definitely do this with a pair of Bermuda shorts or a skirt. This is so fun. I'm trying to think about how much I would sweat when wearing this though. This is $24.99. It doesn't really feel substantial though. Ideally it's probably not good for layering. It doesn't really have much of a structure and it feels quite flimsy. However, I do like the shape of it. It looks like it's been cut on the bias, so it will cinch you in at the waist and be very flattering. In terms of quality, this might be a pass for me. Olive green is one of my favourite colours. You know I love green, hence the bag. This is a great colour for fall. Satin skirts, satin midi skirts in particular are all the rage this season. And even when I put this together, this creates a nice cute little moment here, but again, not really feeling the top exactly, but we do like the skirt. It might be worth trying this one on. If you're into neutrals and you don't want to do too much colour this season, this is also a great option for you. As I'm thinking about it, let me just grab both of them. As I'm looking at both of them, I'm thinking, are they great pieces that will elevate outfits, or are they great wardrobe fillers for fall? We do love these satin midi skirts. You can't go wrong with these, right? Great staples. Okay, I couldn't help but resist. I know this is another green piece, but look at this. I love the texture of this. This is something that will definitely keep you warm during the fall and winter months. I also love the necktie detail. It's great for layering. You can wear this over a white button down with a pair of jeans, a pair of wool Bermudas or a skirt. You can do so much with this piece. Something that I would consider trying on actually. I've seen another trench coat, guys. Love this colour. This is very similar, well, not the shape, but the colour is very similar to the one that I showed you earlier. But this one has a bit more structure to it. It is $74.99. It feels very substantial. The quality feels great. Just looking at the stitching, they've done a great job here. And of course, look at the layering detail at the back. Of course, it has a wrap belt that comes attached to this. Such a great piece as well for fall. I'm thinking about so many different outfits that I could achieve with this look. It was a nice piece of outerwear that will elevate your look if you were a t-shirt and jeans kind of girl. Couldn't help but resist pick this up. It reminds me of a silhouette from the 60s, but I'm not mad at it. I do like the gold detail on the pocket, and I do like this buttery soft leather as well. This feels really good. It's a bit too short because it's on the mini side for me. Let me just put it next to my hips. There you go. You can get an idea of where it falls. Not sure if I want to grab this, but if there's any of you guys out there that are watching this video and you do like wearing mini skirts, this is a cool option to consider for fall. I don't know what it is, but I seem to grab pieces that are neutral, whether they're green or buttery toffee colours so far. Anyway, but this is a nice piece that I've just grabbed my attention. You can pair this with a pair of knee-high boots and flesh tone tights. You know what, during fall I'm always in my cardigan era. It's just a nice piece that you can throw on and you can take off easily. So love this piece. Throw this over a white button down, unbuttoned, or a t-shirt with a pair of jeans. You can jazz this up with a satin skirt like I showed you earlier. But again, it's a nice grey colour, and grey is one of those tones that I love wearing around the autumn months because it just slots in with so many pieces that we already own in our wardrobe. If you're a monochrome girl and you just like to wear black or white, this is perfect for you. But if you like to wear a colour, lots of bold hues around fall, you can throw this on and it can tone down your outfit a little bit. I like the collars as well. Kind of reminds me of those Spelman cardigans from the American colleges. I don't know what it is about it, but it has kind of a vintage feel to it. I do like the shape of this one. I really do apologise in advance for grabbing all of the green things, but what can I say? Blame H&M, not me. I do like this one. I'm trying to figure out which way it goes. Okay, this is the front, right? And this is the back. The zip is at the back here. And it has a clasp there so you can feel even more secure. I'm not sure if you can pick that up on camera. But I love the quality of the stitching here. And this is a midi skirt, right? So on me, it just falls just below the knees and I'm not mad at that. It actually goes with my shoes quite well. So if I were to wear this, I would consider wearing burgundy accessories because I think the combination is second to none. I do like this skirt. I even like this split across the front here. Very flattering, a nice A-line shape. Don't know if this will fit me, guys. It looks on the oversized side, so I think I'll probably need to grab a size small and an extra small if I wanted to try this. I do like the shape because it looks very cinched in at the waist. Anything that will flatter me, give me that hourglass figure, I'm gonna grab it. And again, it's another grey that I do like. I like the contrast with the tortoiseshell buttons as well. It's a good piece. You can also grab the skirt, which is very impressive. However, I don't know if I'd go for that because it's make it look too secretarial, and that's not the aesthetic or vibe that I'm going for. Probably do this solo with a pair of jeans. I absolutely adore this blazer. You know what? It's a size extra small, and it blew me away because normally I'm a medium to large, but I'm assuming these come up big, right? I love these buttons, as I told you before, but I even love it better on than off. I feel like I'm having a moment in this blazer. It's a perfect staple to wear to work during the cooler months, especially for pre-fall, pre-autumn. And you know what, remarkably, this grey blazer goes really well with these trousers. And the reason why I styled these together is because I wanted to give you an option where you didn't want to wear a typical suit. For example, you can pair the skirt with this, but I felt like it would look way too formal. As it is, this is a great look. If you are looking for something clean with a bit of character and you want to style a staple piece multiple ways, blazers are always a great way to start. Of course, they keep you warm, but they still make you feel like you're put together. At least that's how I feel when I'm wearing this. I'm just going to turn around so you guys can see the back and the fit a little bit better. One of the main reasons I grabbed this staple is because it cinches me in at the waist. Anytime I see a blazer that has a unique spin or twist to the silhouette, I'm going to pick it up. I've tried it on with this leather skirt. Well, I don't think it's real leather, I think it's pleather. This is also, of course, from H&M. This khaki leather skirt, I absolutely love this. I told you earlier that I really am into the slit at the front. It gives me slutty secretary vibes, but again, like I did say, this is more of a corporate theme, I would say, with this look. The only thing that worries me is that I'm constantly having to adjust it, and I don't know why, because the fit is amazing. This is a size 12, and as you can see here, it does not gape at the back, which is a plus, so it's a really good size for me. However, I just feel like it's constantly getting creased. You can get a little bit of VPL here, visible panty line. It's something I need to make you aware of, girls. If you are going to wear a skirt like this, please wear your thongs and not your granny pants like me. I would say that this look is more me, other than the blazer and the skirt. I think this combination is really fun, and this is something that I would go to the office with and take to after work drinks, although this is very itchy, guys. I don't know what it is about mohair. Me and mohair do not go together real bad. However, I'm willing to sacrifice it for the cause because I do love wearing great clothes, and this is a really cool fashionable piece, mainly because of this feature here. I think this is so chic. But yeah, I do love the green on green monochromatic look for fall. Tones that are quite similar, not exactly the same, but I love mixing texture. Just adds a nice fun cute element to the look. And of course, I've paired it with my shoes, which are these burgundy wedges. Great colours that all pair well together. This one is a size medium, and it fits really nicely. I could have gone for the small, but I think I would have felt a little bit too boxed in. The large would have been way too oversized for me, so I think this really flatters my shape. Yeah, I do like this. Let me see if we can tuck this in to highlight the waist a little bit. Okay, and voila, we created some magic here. I think this looks much better because now we have definitive waist here. It's way more flattering on the body and we don't look so boxy. The outfit was fine as it was, however, we just needed to customize it a little bit to our suiting. And actually, I want to highlight my waist, and I think this did just the job. Let me know what you guys think of this look. Okay, I feel like we're cooking with gas now. I mean, this is more wearable for me because, again, I've tucked this in to highlight the waist. Maybe it's because I'm styling it with the skirt. However, I do think this is a really cool outfit combination, but it is very formal for me. It feels really nice against my skin. It doesn't cause an itch or anything. It's no discomfort, which is good, but I probably would layer a white tank underneath just to create a nice cool layering effect. However, this is fine. I can ride solo with this. I could even probably wear this over my shoulders, and then I'm trying to think what I'd wear and layer underneath. So many different ideas come to mind, like a boxy tee, like a baby tee even, or a nice deep moss green tank top just to keep in with the colour palette. That's what it says. It will keep me warm during the winter months, but I do like the idea of this with jeans. I think I would prefer that more than this skirt. However, this is a nice option to wear to work. I wouldn't wear this to brunch with the girls, of course. I think this is way too formal and a bit too traditionally corporate for me. But again, I do like the fit of this and it feels very comfy. I am actually wearing a size small, funny enough. So I would say that you need to size down if you naturally take a size medium. If you want it to be over-fitted and cozy, of course, size up maybe once or twice. But I like fitted cardigans because I think they flatter my shape more. Okay guys, similar cardigan, similar silhouette, just a different colour. I love this ecru creamy texture. and I like the tortoiseshell buttons. I've done the same thing. I've applied the same formula as I did for the last piece. I've tucked it in to highlight the waist, just so I can show you guys some definition here. But again, another piece that I'd probably wear with jeans, just to kind of create a cool little piece of drama. Not drama, but I don't know, just to give the cardigan a little bit more personality. Again, wearing this cardigan with the skirt is very formal for me. Let me just untuck it so you guys can capture the full shape. It doesn't come down too low actually. So if you're looking for something a bit more cozy and oversized, and of course size up, this is actually a size medium, and I could have sized down, but this is exactly where it sits, just below the hips, right? I could have even done with something a little bit more shorter because I'm into my crop silhouettes, but this is fine all the same. But yeah, I might even just like roll up the sleeves a little bit. There we go. Maybe if I had tried these two on together, we could have had a real moment. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of these tones. I feel like these two tops create multiple outfits already with pieces that I already have in my wardrobe, like skirts and these trousers. Like I have these in like 3 different colors, and each top would pair really well with each pair. So okay, I underestimated the sizing of this dress because I'm wearing a large, and clearly as you can see it's a little bit too big. I could have done with a medium, but I do appreciate the silhouette nonetheless. I absolutely adore this color, and you know what I'm going to try and do? Turn over a new leaf and embrace bold colors for fall, autumn, winter. Just because it's getting darker and the months are getting cooler doesn't mean that we have to neglect our bright, bold hues and swap them out for dark, doom and gloom pieces, right? This is something that I would layer over. As you can see, these trousers pair really well with this dress, and what I like about them is it kind of tones it down a little bit. Maybe I would have swapped out the shoes, but altogether I'm happy with how everything looks. I think each piece has something to say, and I'm happy with it. Also, would I consider wearing this dress with nothing underneath? Possibly. Obviously not right now because the weather isn't that great. Right now we're talking about pre-fall, we're talking about autumn, winter, but okay, you can save this in your wardrobe and you can bring it out spring, summer. You can take it on vacation with you. And I like the fluted hem. I think it's really flattering, and this satin texture, I don't even know what the fabric is, but it feels really nice and soft. If I wanted to wear this piece solo, I'd probably do a strappy heel with these, open toe preferably, or I'd throw on a mule. If I did want to winterize this and make it more appropriate for the cooler months, I would throw on a shoe just like this one, or I probably would throw on a pair of court shoes. But yeah, I do like this. In terms of layering, I'm not sure what I would wear on top. I would probably aim for a leather jacket, maybe just to give this look a little bit more of an edge, or I'd probably wear something quite flirty like this. I do have a parachute style bomber jacket from Zara, which I think will pair really nicely with this piece actually. This is our next and final stop. We are now outside of Massimo Dutti. We're about to try on some pieces and see what they have in store, and to see if they could compete with what H&M has showed us lately. So let's head on inside. Had to take this off the hanger because I absolutely love this colour and this suede texture. Suede is definitely having a moment for autumn, winter. Look at that. I even love how they've paired these pieces together. Not necessarily my style, but I probably would do the jacket by itself with a pair of jeans and a really nice loose knit underneath. So you remember that mohair moss green vest that I tried on? I do even like this one a little bit more, I'd say. I like the cropped silhouette of this and the dark buttons, and of course I love the colour, guys. It even suits what I'm wearing, so if I layered this on top of this t-shirt, I think this would be a nice vibe. What do you guys think? Okay, so you remember when I showed you that cardigan in H&M, the grey one that we tried on in the fitting room? This is a moment all by itself. I would not hesitate to try this one on. This is one of those cardigans that will definitely elevate your outfit. It is a moment all by itself, and I think I actually prefer this one to the one we saw previously in H&M. I love the colour, and I also love this wraparound scarf detail. Get into this. This is such a unique play to a typical silhouette that you'd pull from your wardrobe. Look at this double layered vest. It's similar to the cardigan that I showed you previously, but it's sleeveless. I absolutely adore this colour. I keep picking up burgundies. I don't know, in H&M I kept picking up green things, and now I'm picking up burgundy things. But I love this. It's a nice cool piece. You can wear it unbuttoned and you can layer this on top of a vest, or you can keep it closed and you can wear this over a skirt, preferably A-line. A nice midi would do perfectly with this. Pair of jeans to casualize it a little bit, or a pair of cargos to give it that street style element. Such a good piece. This is £89. Remember, Massimo Dutti is slightly more pricey than H&M. Not everything, but I've noticed a lot of their elevated basics are a bit on the premium side. I do like this. Something tells me that it's 100% leather. I'm not 100% sure, but the way it feels, the quality is definitely there. This is a great colour. It's a nice alternative to black. Sometimes I think black leather appears too harsh, and I'm leaning more into warmer tones when it comes to pre-fall, autumn, winter. Okay, I know I said that black can appear a little bit harsh, but because of the cropped jacket, I think I had to pick it up. I do love the buttons too. The front pockets, I'm not actually sure if they're dummy pockets, but however, I do like the shape nonetheless. Love the collars on here. Great effortless seams, craftsmanship very well done. It's a nice sleek chic alternative to a biker leather jacket. Boxy tees, you can never go wrong with these. The fabric feels very substantial, great quality here. It feels quite thick and durable, this one. Great piece to layer with. Chestnut brown is a typical colour that I like to pull for fall, autumn, winter. I would definitely pair this with green. I think the styling is genius here. I even like the seams running down the denim jeans. Very chic. And this is the brown version of the black jacket that I showed you guys earlier. Actually, it's not. This is slightly different because we have zipper pockets at the front. This is £349, which tells me this is a signal, this is a clear signal that this is real leather. And this is one of those pieces that will age like fine wine. I feel like leather only gets better with time, and it has a vintage element to it. Love this dress. I do like the frills. I feel like this would drown me because of my petite frame, but I still appreciate the silhouette. I like the colour too. It's one of those great pieces that you can layer over a pair of jeans and give it some more character. It can stand alone by itself with a nice strappy heel. Okay, another pair of trousers that I've seen that have caught my eye. I love this green colour. Kind of remind me of a pair that I had my eye on from COS. These feel really silky smooth. Again, moss green is a great neutral to pair with so many pieces. It's another alternative to black, I would say, or even brown if you still want to achieve a dark look. A dark outfit with different jewel tones. You can throw in these, you can throw in like a really deep burgundy or a navy blue. All of those would pair together really nicely and complement each other. This dress is really gorgeous. I love the piping detail around the top here and the contrast between the two colours. Such a gorgeous slip dress. I'm definitely ready for fall only because of the fashion, but any opportunity to wear something like this, I'm going to take it, guys. This is definitely worth trying on. I really do like this. I would do this with a strappy snakeskin heel, or you can even jazz it up with a pair of knee-high boots to give it a bit of edge. Hi guys, I'm wearing this dress in front of your very eyes. I've actually tried it on this time. You would have seen this piece in one of my previous vlogs, but it was on the hanger. Now I'm trying this on in a size medium. I could have gone down a size in a small, but I actually think that this is really form-fitting. And another reason why this flatters my shape is because of this tie detail here. We have like an attached belt which you can wrap around this dress and tie it different ways. I've just done a little knot here on the side because I think it looks really chic. I love this colour as well. It reminds me of autumn cinnamon pumpkin spice lattes. Anytime I see a colour like this, those are the things that come to mind. This is very appropriate for fall, autumn, winter, and I've paired it with my burgundy pumps, and I actually think these are made for each other because they complement one another very well. Let me know what you guys think about this dress. Whenever I would pull a piece like this from my wardrobe, I'm thinking about going on a cute coffee date. I'm thinking about going to brunch with the girls. This is a lovely date dress for the evening as well, but it's also a nice piece that you can wear from day to night. We can dress this up with a nice statement earring or a chunky necklace. We can even do a cuff, which is probably what I'm thinking about right now. Actually, that's more my style. I love the fact that this is very versatile and we can style this around gold jewelry. We can go for silver or we can mix our metals. Just one of those amazing colours. Really flattering on my skin tone, by the way. And you know what, as I've got this on, I'm thinking about vacation. Not only would I choose a piece like this to wear for the cooler months because of the knit, right? But I would probably take this to somewhere like Dubai. I can see myself wearing this as a cover up for the beach on the cooler days, or I could wear this to breakfast in the morning if I want to grab something chic to wear. So yeah, this is a really cool piece to add to your wardrobe because it's a dress, and dresses are so easy. It's just one outfit component. You throw this on and you're instantly chic, and it's very elevated because of this detail here across the waist. Okay guys, I've thrown on another dress for you. I adore this. Of course it's cut on the bias. I tend to lean towards silhouette like this because I find them extremely flattering. But what else is flattering is this contrast detail. I showed you earlier on the shop floor, but I love the brown piping all the way around the dress, even all the way up to the strap here. This escapes at the middle. This detail here, and you can't really see it. I think if it was crafted a bit more carefully, we would be able to see this detail more clearly on the dress. However, you can't because it kind of folds, which is slightly annoying, which is such a shame because I do like the shape of this dress. It gapes a little bit here at the side, but that's nothing that a little bit of tailoring can't fix. And of course it highlights my figure, which is a plus. It's a great length as well, it's not too long. Also, I think the length of this dress is perfect for me because even though I'm petite, you can get a glimpse of my heels, which is a plus. Yeah, it reminds me of those dresses from the early 90s that are minimal and clean. I really do like it. It's only this that is frustrating me for some reason. I don't know what it is. Maybe this is how it's intended, but I just wish that we could get more of this little peephole detail because I think it's really sweet. It's a nice little cute detail that makes the dress unique. Now this is a date night dress, absolutely, but of course we could layer this over a t-shirt, a long sleeve high neck top. We can throw on a cardigan on top of this and have a real nice slouchy dimensional moment. I'm wondering what other colours they carry this in now, but again the straps feel really substantial. They don't really feel like they're gonna slip off or anything. Sometimes when I'm just standing still and I just rest my body and wearing a dress like this, the straps tend to just slip off, which can be slightly embarrassing and uncomfortable, and I don't like spending the whole night adjusting my outfit. So this shows me that this dress is perfect for me in terms of the sizing. I think if we would have sized down, the straps would have been way too tight. Had this would have been a size large, the straps would have been way too loose and I would have needed to get them adjusted. Yes, I'm really impressed with the sizing on this. I wouldn't wear these shoes. I'm only wearing them for the sake of this video, but I would probably throw this on with a strappy open toe sandal, or I'd probably do a knee-high boot underneath, or you could do an ankle boot, something with texture, because I like the idea of satin and like a croc leather or a snake skin. In terms of outerwear, this is a leather jacket that I have in mind when pairing it with this dress. I think it adds a lot of character. It takes the dress from chic and feminine to modern and edgy, and I do like the contrast between the two silhouettes. Naturally, you'd probably want to throw on a shawl or a really gorgeous dinner jacket with frills or ruffles to even out the chicness of the dress and to balance everything out. However, I feel like this jacket is very me, and this is probably what I would throw on because it's very unpredictable, and I do like creating surprising elements with my looks. Also, we have some zip pockets. Of course, I wouldn't walk around with my hands in my pockets when wearing this dress, but it's very practical if you just want to slot your phone in. If you really want to carry a tiny little clutch bag, you don't want to have too many of your essentials, you can split the load and you can put your oyster in here or your keys, lipstick in here, and you won't have to worry about them. And I also appreciate how the leather is in this gorgeous vintage brown tone. It complements the dress so well because this is a nice creamy beige. So yeah, these go together really nicely. So yeah, this is a no-brainer. I had to try this on. On the hanger, I immediately fell in love with it, and I'm so glad it fits really well. This is a size extra small. I had a choice to choose between the small and this one, but I felt like the small was a little bit too oversized for me, and I didn't think it would flatter my shape. I mean, can we get into this tie neck detail? It just adds so much uniqueness and structure to the cardigan. Well, it's a vest, right? So let's say if we remove this for a second, this is what it would look like. Not really much going on here. And another piece that elevates this cardigan are these trousers. I'm actually so glad that I wore them today. Yeah, these pieces go together really nicely. These colours, everything just blends so seamlessly, including the shoes that I'm wearing, guys. I want to throw on the leather jacket. I'm not sure if that will be too much, but I can't resist because the leather jacket is in dark brown. It's back there hiding. And I feel like that will complete the look. And of course, we're not going to wear this without layering an additional piece on top, right? Because it's getting cooler. We need to keep warm. Okay, I'm getting all the feels already. A good outfit formula when I think about autumn, winter: a cropped leather jacket, a cardigan, button up, a pair of trousers. You're good to go. 3 components, right? On the chillier months, we can throw in a vest underneath. We can undo the button to create some more layering elements here. But I think this is perfect as is, and naturally I'd like to wear my cardigans buttoned up anyway, so this is perfect for me. Such a great outfit combo for shopping, a nice elevated errand outfit, a coffee date, a gallery visit, lunch with friends, even work, because I don't have a corporate job. This is something that I would wear that I think is work and office appropriate. Okay, I love this piece. Another sweater with an attached scarf. I think these are really, really chic, and Massimo and Dutti are killing it with their knits right now because they're creating something unique and fun, fresh, I think. This is something that I would definitely lean towards because of the colour. I'm a neutral girl at heart, so of course it was a no-brainer to put this on for you guys. And I even love pairing it with these trousers. It really complements the look and the shoes actually. So it just fits in really nicely with what I've already got on, which is a bonus. I don't really have to do much guesswork when I'm thinking about wearing this if I was to purchase it, because I already have the other pieces to complete the look. It adds a touch of elegance and chicness if I just wrap it round like this. This is the type of sweater that I'd wear for Christmas because I feel like it's very festive, even though we don't have a bold in-your-face print. But there's something about this that reminds me of cozy Christmas time. Maybe it's a fabric, maybe it's a shape, I don't know, I can't put my finger on it. Nevertheless, it is a great piece and it's very grown. This is something that I feel like my mum would also wear or try to steal from my wardrobe because it is quite versatile. The Gen Zs would love it, the baby boomers and the millennials. It just depends on how you decide to wear it. If you want to casualise it, you can put on a pair of jeans, which I would be open to actually, but I'm kind of in my trouser era, as you can tell. So I think I would just stick with this look. Okay, this is another cardigan with a necktie detail. Of course I was going to pull for it because clearly I have an addiction to this silhouette. I'm really struggling though because it didn't look like this on the hanger. Maybe if I just do this, I would say this is a long sleeve version of the burgundy cardigan that we tried on earlier, and a grey version of course, because the silhouette's quite similar, but I would say this is slightly more ripped. If I can get up close so you guys can catch a peek of the fabric. We also have a button here so you can adjust this to your liking, which is a nice little detail. I love customizable pieces, but yeah, I do like this a lot. We have pockets, so practical. So yeah, definitely a piece that I would consider wearing. It's so cozy. You can add an additional layer underneath, a white vest or a baby tee, but I'm sweating in this one as well. This is very hot, it's very thick. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 100% wool, but it does feel comfortable, and it's another wearable piece that we can take to errands, we can take to work, or if we just want to lounge around in the house and be comfortable and cozy and chic at the same time. So yeah, this is a nice option to consider for all of those occasions. Okay, we've just left Massimo Dutti and so many beautiful pieces that I tried on. You can clearly tell how excited I was to be there. I'm never let down whenever I try on their pieces. First stop was H&M. And if I'm being honest with you, it didn't really wow me. I was expecting to see their pre-fall studio collection, but it's not available in store yet, unfortunately. But they did have some nice pieces nonetheless. So we headed on to the fitting room to try on some tops. They didn't speak to me that much. Nothing actually called to me and said you need to buy me or else. Nothing really grabbed my attention enough to purchase, right? But I did want to try these pieces on. I love the cardigans, but they did give me school secretary, head teacher vibes. I left them there in store, but it was nice to try them on and get an idea of the fit. And actually, the moss green top from H&M did stand out to me because it had the neck scarf detail and I thought it was very chic. Out of all the silhouettes that I tried on in the top category, that is the one that I would purchase. In terms of Massimo Dutti tops, I really adored them. There were too many to name. Clearly I have an addiction because I kept picking up the same shape in different colours, but I feel like Massimo Dutti just had better variety, quality, colour and texture. So moving right along onto bottoms, that khaki leather skirt I tried on in H&M, the fit was perfection, the colour was even better, and I like the slit at the front, right? It's a nice, clean, simple midi skirt, can't go wrong with that, can dress it up, can dress it down, it's a great versatile piece. I didn't see any other bottoms that stood out to me that were worth purchasing. Massimo Dutti, I feel like they had so many trousers that I wanted to try on, but because of sizing issues, we just couldn't make it work. However, I would look forward to purchasing those pieces online. I'm talking about a live shopping experience, so it's only fair to give H&M the win in the bottoms department. We can't forget about the satin skirts that we picked up as well in H&M. In terms of the outerwear, now, I feel like this is easy. This is a no-brainer, right? Massimo Dutti clearly took the win because I picked up so many jackets that I wanted to purchase, let alone try on, whether it was the colour that drew me in or the shape or the texture of the leather. In terms of the price point, it's not as attainable as H&M, unfortunately, but I still feel like you're getting your money's worth because the quality is there. Most of these jackets are 100% leather, whereas the jackets in H&M, they're a little bit on the cheap side to me in terms of quality. I wasn't tempted to try any of them on. They had some great shapes and clean lines, but in terms of the texture and the fabric, it was just a no for me. So definitely Massimo Dutti clearly won that category in the outwear department. Now we must talk about the dresses category. Now H&M, they had that gorgeous burnt orange flounce dress in satin, right? It was too large. It was too big for me. I think I tried on a size large. However, I can appreciate the silhouette and it was a great piece to layer with. I didn't buy it, however, but I did appreciate the silhouette nonetheless and the colour. It's a great design. Now, moving right along to Massimo Dutti, if we're talking about dresses, they were the clear winner because they had way more variety, lots more to offer in terms of textures and colours. Particularly that dress in rust, the woolen knit piece stands out to me because of the tie sash detail that can really accentuate your waist and flatter your shape. It was a yes for me, 10/10s across the board, no notes. I absolutely adore the colour too. Simply because of that unique standout piece in the dress category, Massimo Dutti is the winner once again. Clearly, as you guys have deduced, Massimo Dutti takes the crown. I'm quite surprised actually because H&M are having a great run this season, but a winner's a winner. So yeah, in most of the categories they did win. Massimo Dutti reigns supreme. They have been having a fantastic run lately. I can't get enough of them. I'm addicted to their website. I'm always on the hunt to see what's new. Let me know if you enjoyed this vlog, and of course drop down in the comments and let me know what brands you'd like me to talk about or stores you'd like me to visit, whether it's contemporary brands, luxury, or on the high street. I love them all. I do not discriminate. Fashion, it's fashion. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end, and until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!